Well, hello, my YouTube family. I know. I pop in, I pop out, I pop back in again. I have got so much to talk to you about. Well, not so much, but something happened, and it happened yesterday, and I'm going to tell you about it. But I think the basis of this video is really to talk about two empties, and thanks to MonikaTheDiva. I know you go by another name, girl, but I know you for MonikaTheDiva. Everybody seems to know you for MonikaTheDiva. So I'm going to continue to call you MonikaTheDiva. It is because of her that she was doing a declutter of her eyeshadows. And I watched the video yesterday. I will link it on the bottom for you. And at the end of the video, she said her next declutter would be of her blushes. So I'm looking forward to that one, girl. Okay. And it gave me an idea. And I said, I've always said I'm never going to get rid of any of my blushes. Well, I found a couple. Maybe about 5. The majority is still there. And these 5 will not be missed. So I'm going to show you those. But before I forget, I'm going to tell you about what happened yesterday. I had a job interview yesterday, the very first one since I've been unemployed. And at first, the bells and whistles of it all looked very appealing. And here's the kicker. Here is the kicker, the pièce de résistance of the whole thing. Where was it located? Literally across the street from where I just got laid off well, let go. Yeah, that job. Remember in September they let me go? Yeah, it was literally across the street. So when I saw the address, I was like, for real? God has a sense of humor or something. So, excuse me. So it was no problem getting there. And I remember applying for the job on Indeed.com. And I was very thrilled when I got a phone call about, this particular position. So the guy calls me, I guess the head of HR, I guess that's what he was, calls me and he starts to interview me on the phone. So, he also says that, after this phone call, I'm going to send you a typing test. And he goes, there's a practice test on top, and the very second one is the typing test. Take as much time as you need with the practice test. Take as many practice tests as possible, and then when you're ready, you take the actual test, and you're going to be timed. So, okay, I took like 3 or 4 good practice tests, and each time I kept getting better and better. So when I was finally ready, I took the test. And when I finally took the test, it was after 5 o'clock, and I knew he had gone. So I sent him the results anyway. Well, he's going to get the results. He got the results. And called me yesterday and said, good news, you passed the typing test, which I kind of knew I was going to because I'm pretty good at typing. And he said, can you come in at 1 o'clock this afternoon? I said, okay, no problem. And he gave me the address. While he's giving me the address, I'm laughing to myself because it's like, for real? That's where it's located? So I got there yesterday, and the interview was fine. But here's the kicker. Even before I got to the interview, when he was still talking to me on the phone, he said, bring your college diploma. I didn't question why. I'm like, okay. Okay. So I have never had a job interview where they ask you to ask you at all to physically bring your college diploma. Mind you, I graduated college in 1987. Okay. And yes, it is in a frame and everything. I didn't bring the whole frame. He said, well, you can bring the frame. I said, no, I'm going to take it out of the frame. And it's 87. So it's kind of yellowing. It's not a fresh, brand new diploma. Come to find out, it's been so damn long since I've graduated that I've been telling everybody I've got a BA in communications. I've got a BA in arts. It's a Bachelor of Arts degree. So I had to call him back and let him know that it's been a while. And I keep telling everybody I have a Bachelor in Communications, but it's really a Bachelor of Arts, and it's really Arts and Sciences. So arts. So he said, no problem, just bring it with you. So I said, okay, fine. So, I get there. The parking was a bitch because it's on the other side of where I worked, and their parking was not as abundant as ours. Well, theirs is. So I had to go around it. But thankfully, I went early enough because I knew I was going to have to find a parking spot. And I didn't know how far I was going to be from the entrance to the building. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus was on my side. There was a spot. I had gone around and around and around, and I had gone to this particular area, and it kept being full. So I kept going around and around. And finally, the last time I went, there was a spot available. So I went right in there, and it was like across the street from the entrance. So I went in, waited for about 5 minutes, and then he came out to bring me to his office to talk to me. So, he's giving me the whole spiel of it was a position in a hospital. I'm not going to name any names. It was a position in a hospital for a front desk associate. So I'm thinking front desk associate is a receptionist. I don't know why they just didn't call. Maybe front desk associate sounded better than a receptionist. So I'm thinking he's just going to tell me, well, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to answer calls. You're going to have to transfer and this and that. He starts talking about you're going to have to start taking payment, and it's like a clerk, a cashier position. I'm like thinking to myself, clerk, cashier. That had nothing to do. That description was not in the description of the job that I had applied for. So I asked him, I said, this is for the front desk associate position, right? And he said, yes. And he's going on. So he goes through all of these questions, and I'm like, yes, yes, no, yes, 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 no, yes. And then he goes, okay, well, we've got that aside. What areas are good for you? I'm thinking to myself, what areas? He goes, Queens is good for you? I said, yes. He goes, what about Long Island? Any places in Long Island? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this like a floater position where I'm not going to be in this building that I'm being interviewed in? He's going to send me to different areas? So I didn't question it. I just was giving him enough rope to just keep talking, buddy. So he wrote down all of these areas that I kept saying, yes, yes, yeah, I don't want to work in the city. Out in Long Island and in Queens is fine. So he kept naming all of these places in Long Island. I said, yeah, well, so-and-so is too far, but I'll take this. So he goes, okay, well, it looks like you're very flexible in lots of areas. And I said, yeah, I am. And I'm just letting him talk. So he's talking and he's talking and he's talking. And then he gives me this list. It's written on paper. It's a sheet of things that I'm going to have to do before I actually start the job. I have never gone through this in my life. Fingerprints, blood type, physical. I had to have to take a physical. Then they're going to send me someplace for like a week's worth of courses that I will be paid for, $13 an hour and this and that. And then I had to stop him and I said, I realized that this is a temp position, which it is. I said, how long is the position for? I said, well, is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? He goes, no, it's just for a month. The bells go off in my head. And after he tells me, and so-and-so is going to email you, and she's going to send you typing tests, and she's going to send you this place, and she's going to send you that place. At the end, he said, well, is that okay with you? And I said, oh, yeah, sure. I was in a daze, in a fog. And he said, well, and I said, I just want to know, do I actually have the job? And he said, well, you're in the process of getting the job. I said, And I'm thinking about the process of getting the job. You mean you want me to jump through all of these hoops and there's not even a guarantee that I actually have the job? Now I'm saying this to myself. So he said, any other questions? And I said, no, that's fine. I said, it's for a month. He goes, yep, this is just for a month. He said, but there's a possibility that you could always be hired for a long term in another place. Another place. So I said, well, thank you very much. And shook his hand and I walked out. I sat in my car. I sat in my car for a good 5 minutes. I said, Nancy, you need to get your gathering. On the one hand, this is the first and only job interview you've had since you've been let go. On the other hand, this is not what you signed up for. This is not, you may quote unquote be qualified, but this isn't what you want. So as I was backing up, I'm driving back home. I'm going, I need, maybe Pop can help me out. Maybe I need to talk to somebody. Because, it may be a while before you get another interview. And I was thinking, should I just jump at the first thing? Should I wait? But then at the same time, I'm also thinking to myself, there's not a guarantee that you actually have this job. I'm in the process of getting the job, but that doesn't mean I actually have the job. That can affect my unemployment benefits. Do I stop my unemployment benefits to continue on, or what's the deal? So when I got home, of course, just my luck, Pop wasn't home. So I came upstairs and I was pondering. I was really going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, well, do I get this job? You don't know. Maybe, working just for a month is worth it. But at the same time, you're going to get off of unemployment. You know how long it took for the money to finally kick in. You're going to get off unemployment for a month, and then you're going to have to take that time again for the money to finally kick in again. So I'm doing a mental list, and I'm noticing that the cons are the lengthier than the pros. In the back of my mind, I've already made my decision, but I need a fresh voice and a fresh mind to maybe clarify me and set me straight. Pop finally comes home about an hour later. And I went downstairs and he was, very excited. He said, so how did it go? And this and that. So I sat him down and I told him everything. Didn't leave anything out. He goes, no. No. He goes, forget about it. Yeah. Called the guy up and said, so I said, for real, Pop? He goes, A is for 30 days. It's for a month. You're going to get out of your unemployment for a month for a job that you're not even really sure that you're hired for. And as he's talking to me, he's not telling me anything that I didn't already think about, but I just needed to hear it from another voice. So I said, okay. He goes, are you going to take this job? And I said, no, I really am not. So at about 4:30, I called the guy back. And he was not happy. Well, I don't understand. Why? What is it that you're uncomfortable about? Is something I can clarify and maybe. And I said, well, I didn't really want to go into the whole thing again. I just said, well, I don't think I'm a perfect fit. He goes, I don't understand why you're saying that. You're a perfect personality. You're a perfect fit for the job. And I said, and so I had to throw something out at him. And I said, well, I don't feel comfortable about working in a hospital. And I've never worked in a hospital. As you well know from my resume, I don't have hospital experience. He goes, well, this position doesn't require you to be a doctor or a nurse or anything. And I said, no, I understand, but I really don't. I'm really going to decline on the offer. And thank you very much. And he goes, well, it's unfortunate that you're giving up on something that you haven't even tried out. And now but the voice is getting a little stern, and he's getting cutting to the quick. And I'm listening to him, and I'm like, is this dude like? And then at the end of his verbiage, he said, well, of course you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And I went, mm-hmm. And he goes, well, I wish you the best of luck. And I'm sorry that you won't be filling this position because we thought, I think it's a perfect fit for you. And I said, well, thank you very much. And he slammed the door, slammed the phone. I said, you know what? And As soon as that happened, as soon as that was done, a weight literally lifted off my shoulders. And I was like, because if I had felt guilty, then I would have had second thoughts about it. I didn't feel guilty, not one damn bit. And if you hear that, yeah, you know he getting busted. Look at him on my shoebox. You see him tearing that box up? That's what that. Now you're gonna get off. You busted, boo boo. Anyway, so I didn't feel badly at all. I didn't feel badly at all. I think I would have lost sleep had I let it go on and let it linger, let me process into the job. I felt such relief. I felt such relief. So I'm back to square one. But I would rather go back to square one with an assurance that I'm getting my benefits on a weekly basis, as opposed to going into something that is not even really quite sure. I mean, I want to go to an interview and have them tell me at the end of the interview, well, you know, we'll get back to you as soon as, and then come home and either they call me the next day and say you have the job, or send me an email saying I'm sorry, but you're not a fit for the job. Don't tell me that I'm processing into something and you're not even telling me that that I don't even So that was my experience of the first interview of 2017. I don't feel badly about it. I thought I was going to feel guilty about it, but I would rather say no to something that I'm unsure of than to be stuck in something that I know I'm not going to enjoy, jump through all of these hoops that they wanted me to jump in order to be processed. I have never heard of any taking a blood sample, because I had to do that for the company that I used to work for. I did that. That was fine. It wasn't a physical, but I had to take, they had to take a sample and, show, it was like a drug test. It was a drug test. So that's all well and good. But they were talking about, you need to take a physical and you need to do this and we need to fingerprint you. Oh yes, that was involved too. We need to fingerprint you. What? Oh, hell no. I mean, is that the way it works now? Is that the way interviews go, where they need your firstborn, they need your blood type, and they need for a receptionist position? For real? So that was yesterday's experience. Just wanted to get that off my chest. So let's get into the fun part of the video. I've got a couple of empties in my bag. I don't know if y'all still remember this bag. My little Merry Christmas bag. Yes, I love this bag. Okay, so I have 2 empties and about 5 or 6 blush/bronzers that I'm getting rid of for 2017. Let's start off with the empties. My Yardley is finally finished, people. This honey, almond, and oatmeal was the ish. Oh, sweet Jesus in heaven. This was fantastic, but unfortunately it was only 16 fluid ounces. That's why it's so damn small. But in a way, it's kind of good, because this was the first time, even though I've used the bar soap with the same scent, I didn't know that the shower gel was going to smell exactly the same. And Lord, it's the same. So this was very good. I bought this on Amazon, of course. And I may buy another one, but I'm not really sure. Do I have another one in the shower? I don't think I picked out my new shower gel yet, because this is the one I finished this morning. So I don't think I have another shower gel in there, but I don't remember which one it was. So I can't show you what I'm replacing it with. So that's that. Then comes this, my Olay Quench body lotion with shimmer. The shimmer really doesn't show that much, which is a very, very good thing. This is empty, but it's being replaced by another one of the same thing. So it's over there on my desk. And so this lasted a good long time. This is 20.2 fluid ounces. This lasted a good long time because it's thick. So I only needed like a couple of squirts to take care of my entire body, which was fine by me. So bye-bye Olay Quench, to be replaced by Olay Quench. So that takes care of those two. Now, to show you the stuff, the makeup stuff that I'm getting rid of. I'm only getting rid of about 8. It looks like 8 products. These two have to go. These two have to go. I don't know why I bought them. They are NYC Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder. And this one is in the shade Rose Glow. Looks brown on this. Yeah, those are the colors. They are the actual colors. That's Rose Glow. And here's the other one. This one is in Pink Cheek Glow. There it goes. Pink Cheek Glow. So, you know, they were alright. And I was trying to use them as blushes, but they really weren't working. So, they're called face powders. I wasn't going to use these as face powders. Hell to the no. So, they have to go bye-bye. They're going. Next are these two. I used to use these for contouring, but you know, I don't really do contouring that much anymore. So I'm getting rid of my CoverGirl Queen bronze and CoverGirl Queen honey bronze. Is that honey bronze? Ebony bronze, I'm sorry. One is brown bronze and the other one is ebony bronze. There are 2 bronzers. 2 really dark bronzers. This one is darker. The ebony bronze is darker than this one, which is the honey bronze, which is the brown bronze, excuse me. So I'm getting, as you can see, I was hitting pan on this one. But I had stopped using them and they were just sitting there. So, and I really don't do the sharp contour thing. So it's like, getting too old, people. I'm getting too old for this shit. I really am. I'm getting rid of another bronzer. I have, this one is called Sunlight. This one is Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sunlight. And no. I have one called, it's the same packaging, Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sun Glow, I think. And that one's darker than Sunlight. So I'm getting rid of the Sunlight one. Gotta go back. Next is a Botanics Cheek Colors from Boots. Botanics Cheek Color. And this is in the shade Hollyhock. Hollyhock. I wore this for a while. I wore this for, I wore it for a good minute. But I don't reach for it. And I've got other blushers that have this similar color. It's a pink. There you go. That's the color. Not a pinky peach, but kind of like a dusty rose pink. And I have dusty rose pinks. So this one's got to go. It's old. It's got to go. Next. Oh, that's my phone. I'll pick it up later. Next is a Wet n Wild, which I have done serious damage, as you can see. Look at that, people. What? This was a blush called Baked Earth. And I've had it for a very, very long time. It's a great shade, but it's got to go. It's got to go. I've got sleek blushes that have a similar tone, so I'm just going to use my sleek blushes. And the Wet n Wild's got to go. Bye-bye. And last but not least, this is the fake MAC in raisin. I bought a fake MAC in raisin from Amazon, and then I bought a real raisin from MAC, and I wanted to see if there was really a difference. This one is a little redder than the original, and I knew you could always tell it's a fake because MAC never shows you their lining of the pot. I mean, you could depot this easily. Like, seriously, why? So even though I could depot it, but I have the real raisin. So why should I keep the fake raisin? And I've used it a couple of times, but I wrote fake because it is fake. So it's got to go. I'm not going to miss it because I have the original raisin. So bye-bye. And that's it, people. That is it. Everything in here is going to go in La Garbaggio. Bye. I am not going to miss them. Trust and believe I'm not going to miss a damn thing. The amount of blushes that I still have is quite full. It's quite abundant. And do I have new blushes that I want? Well, there's always that other blush. You know the one, Pleasure Model, that I still probably want, but I haven't been urging for it. I haven't been, it hasn't been driving me crazy. So maybe it's a passé thing. It's a beautiful blush, so. Plus the dupe for it is also a MAC, and I think I forgot the name of the dupe. It's Lovejoy. There's Lovejoy, and there's also another one. Yeah, I forgot the other one. I'd mentioned it, but it was a while ago. This lip gloss, in case you're interested, is an oldie, but still a goodie. It's from a company called, a woman by the name of Kimara Ahnert. I think I've worn this one before. This is kind of like a rosy gold, sheer rosy gold lip gloss. Very, very thick. And it's in the color Pink Roses. So, I don't know if it's Kimara Ahnert, New York. I don't know if she may have a website. I'm not sure. But I'll write what it is on the bottom, and then you could look it up if you're interested. It's kind of like a sheer My Lips But Better, but it's like a pinky kind of a tone. So there you go. I've had it for eons. And that's about it. What is he looking at? Boo boo. How you doing? What's going on? Hello, my love. Isn't he he's the love of my life. He's keeping me sane. He really is. Oh, he drives me crazy. Don't get it twisted. Threw up yesterday because he zoomed to his food as if I think he still goes into hoard mode in his mind. And he thinks that when I put the food out, he won't have enough for himself because all the other cats got to it. He should know by now. This is year 4 that he's going to be here. There's no other cat here. But I think in his mind, sometimes it's like a veteran who lives in the war that they were in. Every now and then they go back. He does the same thing. So he zoomed for the food, and I'm in the living room. I'm watching him eat, and when I know that he's going to throw up is when I call his name and he's eating and he doesn't come out. Sometimes I'll call his name and I'll go, Tom, and he'll come out and he'll realize, okay, Mom, I'm being a pig. Okay, I'll stop. And then he'll just go about his business and he'll be fine. But when he's chomping away, and I call his name and he still doesn't come out, I go, okay, I know what to expect. And then when he feels like he's full, like he's Superman, he feels like he's full, and then he'll walk away. And then later on, not 5 minutes later, I said, What I was trying to stop you. So I have to end up cleaning up the mess. But I love my baby, keeping me sane through this entire thing. Okay, people, so that's basically it in a nutshell. This is a video of all sorts of things. The main reason was the reason why I wanted to do the video is because I wanted to show you the empties and the blushes and bronzers that I'm getting rid of. But the story in the beginning, hello. So let's just pray that the next interview that I have, and of course I know I will get one, the next interview that I have will be the one. And hopefully it's around the same area, because that drive was, I could do the drive in my sleep at this point. But we shall see. We shall see. Even if it's not in that same area, I would like it to at least be a job that I'm interested in and that I'm qualified for and that I don't have to jump hoops over to get. I mean, what happened to the days of you go in, you sit in an office with the person that's interviewing you, they ask you a number of questions, however long the interview is going to be, and then you stand up, you both stand up, you shake hands, he walks you to the door, or she walks you to the door, have a good day, I'll get back to you. And then either you get home and the phone rings an hour later and, oh, congratulations, you got the job, or the next day, you'll either get an email if you don't have the job, we're sorry to inform you that blah, 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 thank you for the interview. What have happened to those? That's how I got the last job. And that was only, well, now 6 years ago. Are job interviews not the same anymore? Now they need your fingerprints. They need your blood type. They need your weight, height. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And I felt very, very uncomfortable. So that was another reason. He himself, the person who was interviewing me, wasn't making me uncomfortable. It was all of these rat-a-tat-tat thing questions that coming at me. And these things that I had to do and all of these hoops that I had to jump that was coming at me. And I was like, oh, no. For a month? For only a job that's going to last a month? And you're not even going to guarantee me that I may have a full-time position at the end of the month? I'm too old for that nonsense. No. So there you have it, people. That is it. That is all. I am over the half an hour that I keep thinking that I'm going to be by 2 minutes, but it's slowly going to 3. So thank you for sticking with me. My family is sticking with me, and I'm still having additional family members. So, I'm a very, very happy and very thankful person. You do know that, right? I love you. I know I'm not, my hair is just you saw it. It's in a ribbon and a hot mess. But, for the time being, I have I wore makeup yesterday. And yeah, I guess I could have done a makeup and I showed you and told you the story then. But I would rather come back hyper and happy and, with grinning from ear to ear. Yesterday, I came back confused and makeup was not in my mind. I wasn't about to talk about something that I really didn't want to talk about when my heart and my head was very heavy with what I was going through. So I'm sorry. I didn't tell you about the makeup that I was wearing yesterday. I didn't do a face of the day or a lips of the day or anything like that. But those days will come back. Don't you worry. And I'll be doing them every day with stories to tell you. If I can. Because it may be a job where, for just my luck, somebody will say, don't you do YouTube videos? And then I'll be all damn. And then I won't be able to I'll be able to do lips of the day, but I certainly won't be able to share my day with you. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Can I get the job first? Can I get a job first? Let's worry about that, okay? Let me cross that bridge first. Okay. Oh, before I go, excuse me, sit down, people. What did everybody think about Obama's farewell speech? Honey, I was a hot mess, tears, crying. Oh, it was ugly. It was ugly. But he just left with such grace and such poise and such panache. And Michelle, and I was wondering, where the hell is Sasha? Where the hell is she? She was in school, poor thing. She was studying for exams and stuff. So, okay, I understood that. And Malia was crying and everybody was bawling and I had my Kleenex. Oh, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And he was talking. He was talking. Just kind of, I guess, preparing us for the Hitler. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? My bad. For the POTUS that we're going to be stuck with come January 20th. Yeah, him. Get him. Ain't he all relaxed and looking all? It's almost nap time. He just woke up from a nap. But this is going to be part 2. Because part 2 usually comes at around 4:30, around the 4 o'clock hour. And it's 4:07 as I'm recording this. So he's just preparing himself for nap number 2. He's going to eventually curl up, go to sleep. I'll be out in the living room. Look at him. Yeah, we talking about you. Don't roll your eyes at me. Did you see that? Anyway, he's going to curl up, go to sleep. I'm going to be going out in the living room. I'm going to be doing my business. I'm preparing dinner and getting ready to watch TV and all of this. And he will be snapping. Here we go. Here we go. He's curling up now. Curling up. Any moment now. Any moment he's going to go to sleep. And he will join me outside maybe around 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. Because he will be sleeping right where you see him. Gone out. Okay, people. So that is that. Now it's really over. Now it's really over. Okay? Let me know what you thought about, the president's farewell speech and all of that, because it's right here. He's really gone. He's really no longer the president. He really isn't. 8 years of bliss. We've had a couple of ups and downs. We had a couple of bumps. But I would rather go through bumps than accidents that are about to happen with this one that we're going to get. I can't even say his name and the word president in the same breath. I can't. I will try not to, because he's not mine. He is not my president. He don't want to have nothing to do with me. He don't care about me. He don't give a crap that I exist. So why should I care about him? Why? Because he holds a title that he's not qualified for? No. Anyway, before I get all riled up about that and my blood pressure rises, that is it. That is all. I love you. I love my YouTube family. Hit me up. Let me know what you think about the lips. Let me know what you think about everything. Just let me know what you think about the video. Okay, I want to talk to you. I miss my family. I love you one and all. I will talk to you again soon, I hope. And see you then. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Bye now.